On the evening of November 18th, in the quiet town of Iruku, inside a small church where people gathered to pray, terror arrived. Armed men stormed Christ Apostolic Church, Kako Kaisgun, opening fire during a live worship session. What happened next has shaken Kwara State and raised serious questions about security, response, and why a community's repeated warnings were ignored. It was around 6 p.m. when the service began. Worshippers were praying, singing, some were live streaming the session. Then suddenly, gunshots, screaming, chaos. According to multiple reports, bandits invaded the church, killing between 2 and 3 worshippers on the spot. A local vigilante who confronted them was also shot and badly injured. Several worshippers were abducted, dragged into the forest before anyone could respond. Police later confirmed the killings. Residents described the moment as a nightmare happening in God's house. So far, no terrorist group has claimed responsibility. Officials are calling them armed bandits, but residents of Iruku say something more. They claim the attackers weren't unknown. For months, Iruku had been surrounded by suspicious movement within the forests. Strange faces, unexplained noises at night, threats, warnings. Community leaders said they reported this several times, but no meaningful action was taken. This wasn't a random attack. This was a failure of response. Iruku is a peaceful, farming community in Ekiti local government area, Kwara State. People there live simple lives, farming, trading, worshipping. But over the last year, the town has increasingly become a target for criminal gangs crossing through the forests bordering Kogi and Niger. Residents say they felt abandoned, that what happened in their church was a disaster waiting to happen. And now, the fear in the community is deep. Churches are on edge. Families are grieving. People are wondering, how did this happen again? After the attack, the Kwara State Police Command confirmed the incident. They deployed officers into the area and promised a full investigation. But for many Nigerians, this is not enough. People are asking, why were warnings ignored? Why did bandits operate freely at 6 p.m.? How were they able to abduct worshippers and escape? And how many communities will face the same fate? Security analysts warn that rural churches and villages across the Middle Belt remain vulnerable, with criminals taking advantage of weak police presence and huge forest cover. The Iruku church attack is not just a Kwara story, it is a Nigerian story. A story of rural communities living in fear. A story of criminals moving freely across states. A story of worshippers killed while praying for peace. A story that forces us to ask, where is Nigeria truly safe? Until those abducted are rescued, until communities receive real protection, and until the root of these attacks is confronted, Iruku will remain